So Jay's contract is up for negotiation at SiriusXM soon.
Yeah.
And as two guys who no longer work at SiriusXM, we thought maybe you guys could guide him.
How much money did you guys leave behind I could have?
Here's what I'll say. It was my negotiation. You ever see Saving Private Ryan? The opening of that?
Normandy.
Great film. Yes.
A bloodbath. No. They're cutting everywhere. But that, maybe they like...
They just did a mass firing today. Mass
They did,
layoffs
yeah.
today. Yeah.
Maybe they just wanted to get rid of me. Like creatively, they wanted to go in another direct. Like, you know. Maybe
What's funny to me, they made mass fires today. They got rid of the whole video department. I'm like, at radio?
Yeah,
I didn't even know there was a video department. We pay for our own video. They said we got rid of the video department. I went, Paco, my friend, who comes and films for me?
My advice is your basement big enough for a studio?
Yes.
That's pretty much
They
what
have,
I needed a lifeboat at that point.
They have nice cameras. Like they have the perfect setup, but they just don't have anybody.
4K cameras in
crazy.
studio that you can't.
Yes.
And if you have somebody, you can't hire somebody.
And there was
to
yes,
use.
No,
that's
no.
4K. Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
We don't want to see Anthony in 4K.
No, I just meant it was,
please.
if there was three of them, he'd be happy.
My favorite. Like, we get it.
You're right.
I'm a piece of shit.
No, you're not. Good boy.
You're a good boy. Yeah, but they do sing a sad story over there at Sirius a lot.
Yeah.
How much they come with that? They're like,
I mean-
yeah. Well, they go. We just made mass layoffs. This is going haywire. And whenever I go, that's cool. You just gave Call Her Daddy $125 million.
I mean,
Yeah, they're
well,
why there's nothing
listen,
left.
from my understanding of the business model, and I've never had a show at
Trickle down.
Sirius, but I from what I understand, they bought a skyscraper in the middle of Manhattan
Yes.
and then put a man on the moon to do a bunch of podcasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like the best allocation of resources.
Satellite radio had a lifespan like Blockbuster Video. It's a gap between two things, like
At
regular
the time,
radio.
it seemed genius.
And then
Time was great
The
for like
internet,
10 years.
having a phone, Spotify, other things. You could get your own music. You could put together your own radio station.
Well, Anthony, if I may.
Yes, sir.
The product itself is solid still.
You didn't let
Sure,
me.
the songs go on a 3-hour loop, and that's a thing I brought up a lot. Sure, that
You
happens.
didn't let me finish.
Oh,
the only equity they have, the only thing they have of any value, are personality-driven shows. Because anyone could get. Why would you fucking go to satellite radio to get music when you could take your phone out and
Spotify.
play 100 songs in the order
Yeah.
you want them, the artists, everything? They had a niche time where it was good, like Blockbuster.
I will say, look, I'm very much like listen to my own music in the car, but I am surprised how much I listen to Sirius for music but I do have complaints about the way they run those loops. But
Yeah.
sometimes I just like to have radio without commercials and stuff and let somebody else pick it for a minute. But it is a weird business over there. But I mean, $125 to call her that. I told my agent, I was like,
125 million.
$125 million.
Yeah.
I said when they told me that, I go, when we do the negotiations, my first counteroffer is $124 million. I go, and then I will settle for $1 million, so we can go back and forth 120-some million times if you want.
Good starting place.
Yeah, and you should tell them from the beginning of negotiations. You'd be like, I got this Oakerson coin coming out. I don't need the money.
Also,
I don't care.
we watched some of her content though, and it's definitely, dude, it's $125 million worth of power pack
Oh,
funny.
I bet.
They always say, "Oh, it's a different company." That's Stitcher, but it's like you're one company on the stock exchange. You have the money. You didn't want to give it to me. I didn't even mention that. 'Cause
Yeah.
if they wanted to give it to me, they would have.
Stock exchange.
I
that's
keep
kinda
mentioning
hard.
it. I'm asking you to get fired constantly. I feel like.
Yeah, when you go 124 million, they go 13 in an hour. Okay, 123 million.
Please don't kick
17
me
an
out
hour.
of here.
How much are they paying the guy from Ozark? And
Oh, that is Smartless. Will Arnett,
Will
it's
Arnett,
Jason Bateman,
Jason
and
Bateman.
who's the other guy?
I
It's
heard
one of the biggest podcasts.
It's like Rogan money they threw him.
100 million.
They threw them.
Yeah.
And
What?
it's like, what are they? I don't know one person that goes, oh, that's my favorite show. I listen every day.
No, but it's also available on other places.
Yeah.
What they're buying, they said, is advertising rights,
Yeah.
which
which
maybe
is completely contrary to what satellite radio was supposed to be. So
Yeah.
they've literally
Supposed to be no
turned
ads.
into regular radio. It's great.
But the Bonfire with me and Robert Kelly, 5 to 7
yes, of
p.m.
course.
Eastern, Faction Talk, SiriusXM 103.
and not
Crackle,
that
crackle.
not that piece of shit Dan Soder that was on.
Dan
with
Soder,
you
that
before.
turncoat who went to go
Turncoat.
fucking open
Fuck him.
basketball cards with fucking jerk-offs. That's what he's doing. Probably doing fantastic.
They're going to hire Dan back for double your salary.
How about if we give you what we give you and Bobby? Okay.
So, Anthony, you probably have some great advice for Jay to not get fired from SiriusXM.
Or if it's easier, just start with the ways to get fired.
By the way, I have taken to photographing blacks in Times Square. So, is that going to backfire on me?
What do you work at the precinct?
I'm working on my police sketches. Get a few models.
Yeah, but the important thing is that Jay's not going to start tweeting about it. He might post on YouTube about it.
Yeah, I'll make a YouTube video. I like
Yeah.
long form.
I would suggest you get your phone, disable the N key. Does wonders. I should have thought of that before.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.